All right, going on YouTube. I'm gonna do this live because I'm down here trying to work. Hopefully the signal gets out. I always have problems down here. Somebody checks in, I will know. Maybe everybody's already digging in their bunker because that's kind of the advice to get right now. But hey, I just want to show off my new fence to Liberty Garden, wherever he may be. I haven't checked in with him in a minute, but I've been working on fencing. And I always think whenever I'm doing it, like I wish Liberty Garden was here to give me some tips and hints. But just to get this out there, if anybody hasn't seen, the powers that be, the bankers, have voted or have decided to remove Russia from the SWIFT system. It's a form of exchange that the big guys do with big types of money and all that other good stuff. So basically, Russia's going to be denied out of the world market with their banking system. It's significant. It's basically the same thing that Canada did to their protesters, as I put in the comment box or the description box below. And I put some links to a couple of the recent stories. But yeah, this is bad. This is, I mean, we know that Russia and China in particular have been trying to get out of the system, the banking system, and setting up their own, what we called the BRICS several years ago, many years ago now, is when they started working on this. How bad is it? You know, does this make Russia lash out more would be the big concern, I think, from our end. But also further down the line, if this succeeds in neutralizing Russia and China without getting everybody, you know, irradiated out there, you know, if you are not breaking out your iodine tablets, then we're next. They're going to control everything. There's going to be no means to be free of the system, and that's the goal. We all know that. The bankers run the world, you know, old adage that we've followed and talked about and tried to figure out, and it's getting worse and worse. And it's like, if China and Russia aren't able to evade this, then yeah, really, it's it's the end game in a lot of respects, I think. How quickly does it accelerate? I don't know, but does Putin lash out? Wow, short rib. Hey, Bikes, what's up? Short rib, one of short ribs over here. I just made a video, or I recorded the video just a little bit ago that I was going to post later, but I went live when I heard this news. But I'll get you a short rib video here in a little bit. But these guys are getting fat, chubba wubbas. But yeah, this whole banker deal, the bankers have revealed a lot of their powers in the last couple days and weeks, and it's not good for any of us, that's for sure. But I saw Chad Lilly pop in, I think. What is up with that? What's up, Chad? How you doing? Ungrateful peasants. Yeah, we're all peasants now. We're all going to be equally worthless. This is what we're going to be. Here's a big softie right here. This guy just likes free to rub on him. He's got wool coming out. He's like, pluck my wool, right? Constitutional Carpenter John is first off. Hey, what's up? I didn't want to do a big long one, nothing like that. Yeah, there goes the dollar. Yeah, it's the international electronic currency is the goal, right? What's up, Tony? What's up? 88 Mark, how you doing? Yeah, gas prices are going nowhere but up, right? Eliminating the petrodollar. Yep. But I don't know how this affects. We were talking the other day on the chat about you know, how does Russia last out? I mean, does this bring the EMP? Does this make them, you know, throw down some tactical stuff? Who knows? But it's not good. It's an escalation that, you know, they've been planning for, and yeah, I don't know. Well, I think I put on the Twitter there, gold is looking pretty good because the Chinese and the Russians have been stocking it, and that's another way they're going to make payments and accept payment is that way. They're not afraid of it. Not like the bankers are, because the bankers can't manipulate it like they can. I need to check, see, the markets don't open until tomorrow afternoon. So we'll have to check in and see what that does to those markets. Oh, all right, buddy. Right? Exactly. Well, as long as you can't say the dollar's worthless just yet, because the bankers are controlling everything. They're forcing everybody to use the petrodollar. We're not quite there yet as far as being worthless. Like I said, if Russia and China are able to, still maintain, then that would devalue the petrodollar quicker than anything, I think. But if they succumb to this and are forced to, do whatever they're told to do diplomatically and then get back in the system, then that's bad for all of us. So I don't know, just throwing that out there, something to watch, pay attention to. It's the economic side of this war, which, as we talked about for a long time, it's a banker's war. The EU bank almost had Ukraine bought out, and that's when Putin stepped in, and the whole Donbass thing kicked up, and it's led to this. So here we are. So be fair warned, forearmed, forewarned, whatever it takes. Prep hard, live free. Oh, they're on alert in Pendleton. Possible, really. I can't imagine sending. Yeah, I'm sure they are putting everybody on alert for stupid stuff, but it's like, we were chatting on Twitter about this whole thing. I guess we'll just do a little chat. I'm waiting for some assistance here, so I got a little bit to chat. What was I going to say? As far as escalating to where America gets involved, they want that. They're going to push to get NATO fully integrated, and what they want to do is force Putin to back, because Putin would get a win if he just took Crimea and the Donbass region, and if he had that and consolidated his gains and pulled out of Kiev, he would consider that a win and he would occupy his space. But then the powers that be want to have Ukraine immediately join NATO, and then they would call game on. I think that's what they want. They want NATO to come in with Ukraine, and then it's bad times and an escalation for sure. So that's another thing to look out for, I guess. So you know what to do, folks. Like I said, prep hard, but good to see everybody. Right backs, exactly. It's the BRICS deal. They've been preparing to do this and been forearmed to do it, so they're looking for it, right? You done?
Up here.
All right.
Or
down here.
Down here.
But just an additional escalation that I think has happened quickly. We've regressed. This is probably, this is the closest that the whole doomsday clock has ever been. So in our lifetimes, this is worse than the Cuban Missile Crisis in my mind. I didn't live through that. I don't remember the propaganda that was coming out for that. But in reality, and what this affects, this is worse than the Cuban Missile Crisis, because taking them out of SWIFT actually affects how the Russians feed their people, how everybody has an economy, and how they trade goods and actually get things accomplished. So it's much worse in my mind, to actually getting those bombs on target here or elsewhere. And the EMP is really the big one, because they know that's a weakness, and they know that they can, speaking of short rib over here, rubbing, right? So stay frosty, gentlemen. Check your iodine, check your suits, check your masks. That's another thing I put on Twitter a couple days ago. You all saw it. It's like, if you've been talking about masks for last 2 years, and you don't know basically what a picture of an NBC mask, you might want to study up, because that's going to be much more useful than that piece of paper or cloth you've been wearing the last 2 years, and more effective. So yeah, down here, talked about I guess we'll update while we're down here too. I talked about this back at the end of fall, I think, when we finished the garden. we're building new pens for everybody, so we're going to expand the pig area. So they're going to have this, what we're pinning in, working on, and we're going to move them out of here, and this area is going to be expanded into the garden. So this is all going to be garden, this whole section. We're going to open up and have corn in particular is the plan right now, and then the regular garden over here will be just like it was last year with everything else, but the corn in particular over on this end, it's never been a garden before. So goals to accomplish before spring, and we'll get at it as we go. So that's where that's at, and future goals and plans, and hopefully we don't get irradiated before then and have something to eat. So we'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one, Ungrateful. The highways and byways, it looks like. We'll talk to y'all later. Prep hard, live free.